Come on in, guys. We're gonna have a great build. This is all of a sudden. This is not something that's been promoted or anything. So we're gonna have a great little build here real quick. Come on in here, family. We're gonna have a great little build real quick. Peace to you, Lakeisha. Welcome in. Welcome in. Peace to you, Miss Foundation. Peace to you. Let's test the skills. Peace to you, Lolita. She already laughing. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Sikona, right? PC, the chill room with Big Cheese and crew. What up with it? What up with it? Sikona, I got it. I said it before you put it. Yeah, it's on today. Oh, this go. I know it's gonna be on today. Now, all jokes aside, man, welcome in. Listen, I am gonna make the panel available in just a few for other brothers to come up on the panel, ladies too, of course. But we're talking about a man's protection, what that should look like. Okay, and I think this is important for men and women alike, as it takes the two to guard our communities, protect our families, our legacies, right? I think a lot of people are confused on what a man's protection should look like. This often results in men being weaponized, not with the intention of weaponizing, but just to not knowing the protocol of what protection should look like. Don't let these delusional people knock you off your square. Indeed, King. Indeed, King. Every day is another step in the right direction, which is away from the nonsense and back into my purpose, brother. So I'm ready to have a great build with you, man. Hopefully I'm going to shine a lot of insight on you. A lot of men themselves don't understand the protocol to protection and what that looks like. And I think it's really time for us to really take a look at this, what it should actually look like, family. Give me 1 second. Guys, I want you to go ahead and put the definition for protection in your words, as will be described of what a man's duty is, right? What does protection mean, family? Just put that into your word. If your son is asking you, Mom, Dad, what does protection mean? What does it mean when you say I have to protect my family? What does that word protect mean? What would you guys say? What does protect mean in the sense of what a man's duty is to his family? Go ahead and give you guys some shout outs. Lakeisha. That's your family right there, Lakeisha. Beautiful family. And you got Sikona right here with the sun right here all beaming down. Look like a beautiful day that day. You got Lolita right here. She's inside, like she's indoors somewhere. You got a chill break room. The chill break room. What am I talking about? The chill room with the Big Cheese and crew. It's a dope logo, bro. And of course, I got Sakona right before she told me this time, first time ever. So we know today is gonna be a good luck charm. You feel me? You feel me? And welcome in my love Queen's Quarters. Welcome in. Make sure to hit that like button as you enter the Truth Factory. Support the host, fam. Come on now, let's do it. We're gonna learn something here today. Why can't I see anyone in this chat? YouTube tripper, you can't see anybody? There's some people up in here, quite a few, 2 or 3. I'm highlighting them as we go, Lolita. Maybe go out and come back in, hit that like button while you're out there. It's probably what it is. Y'all can't see it's because you ain't hit that like button. Peace to you, Spicy Brown. Lestine, keeping safe from harm. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sakona. Hey, Queen J, the hostess with the mostest. Part of my family. I have more. Haha. Okay, yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Says King Kevin, I am chosen. Peace to you, Queen. Rakita Penda, peace to you. So, guys, nobody defined protection. Are we lost? What do you think protection is? I'm not looking for the actual definition. J Bands, what's up with you, brother? J Bands, I always think of you as a young brother, man. Are you a young brother or you an old head? You sound like a young man, young, like early 20s or something. Terry Dow, what's up with it, brother? My meaning of protection is capitalizing the enemy's plot to trap you or loved ones into their own vortex. Wow, capitalizing the enemy's plot to trap you and your loved ones into their own vortex. Powerful, powerfully put. Yep, I'm young. Okay. Thou shalt not touch what belongings to me. Okay, well, thou not to touch what belongeth to me. I got you. Protect, in a man's perspective, is basically defending his loved ones from harm, threats, and danger. Also upholding their honor and protection. Boom. I need some fireworks. Boom, boom, boom. I love that, brothers. Good. Okay. So we're going to get into what protection looks like. Okay. So protection. There's a scripture that comes to mind. The wise man prevail through great power, and those who have knowledge muster their strength. Now, I think that's Proverbs 24 and something. Proverbs 24, maybe 5, something like that. Before we dive into the topic, family, of what protection looks like, we're going to take a pause. Clarify something vital. Too often, the idea of protection gets twisted into something that it's not. We hear phrases like, I'll protect my family at all costs. But in reality, what some men call protection is actually an attack. Protection and attack are not the same. And if we don't define the difference, we risk doing harm in the name of helping. Now, I want you to think about how we raise our sons. We raise our sons to protect our daughters. We raise our sons to protect their families. And often we define what that looks like. And often how we describe that, man, it could be the detriment to our children, could be the detriment to his own family. Okay. What good is the family? How safe is the family once the man is gone? Peace to you, Queen Alexis. Welcome in. If the man is to take the family into the future, him laying his life down as a first priority wouldn't be wise, right? That destroys the whole purpose. So the goal is that he stays alive. That's the goal. If he's going to be the protector, he has to stay alive to continue protecting. So it's important that the man nor the people that he loves weaponizes his protection. And that's without purpose or on purpose, family. Okay, so let's define protection. It's a proactive and purposeful. Okay, that's first. Let's just keep that in mind. I like that. The 3 P's. Proactive. Protection is proactive and purposeful. I like that. Protection is proactive and purposeful. It seeks to preserve, shield, and secure. It's rooted in love, wisdom, and responsibility. Main thing here, responsibility. Protection does not seek to harm, but to guard what is valuable. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Anything other than that, you're being a Doberman pinscher. Okay? Protection is calm, family. It's steady, like a tree in a storm. It doesn't act out of impulse or anger, but out of strategy, out of care, out of planning. Protection is also preventative. True protection sees danger coming and moves out of the way before harm occurs. Get your family out of the way. In other words, Big Cheese out with his family. He sees danger. He doesn't run to the danger. He's not alone. He gets his family out of there. He sees some people that he know he's beefing with. He gets his family out of there. He's in some type of environment. He can sense that the men are looking at him like they want to try something. He gets his family out of there. He does not pull ego. He don't stand up and show his family how good he can fight. And if a woman is looking for that, she has a big misunderstanding. If she thinks he's supposed to run over there and fight. Okay, he's supposed to get her to safety. Does that make sense? So a good protector doesn't wait for chaos to strike. He builds system and teaches boundaries. And he keeps watch. All right. A good protector ain't going to be drunk when he's out with his wife. Okay. He's going to make sure that he's sober enough to be able to still defend him and her. He needs to be more on guard than even when he's by himself. So ladies, if you're dating a guy and he's getting drunk to the point where you got to carry him to the car, get him up out of there safely, he's not a good protector. You need to recognize that. You need to have a real serious conversation. Okay. He cannot protect you if he is not sober. Okay. If he doesn't know what's going on around him. Every battle is not physical, Kevin. You're absolutely right. Most of them are not. Number one rule in the art of war is to subdue your enemy without ever going to war. Okay. Protection isn't about ego or proving strength. It's about love and putting safety first. The safety of others first over your own pride. Get your family out of their family. That's the goal. All right. Protection is selfless, not selfless by way of run to danger and say, go on without me, like the movies used to say, right? No, that makes him the first casualty. That makes him valueless. Okay. So what is an attack? If protection does not mean attack, okay? Attack, on the other hand, is reactive and reckless. It seeks to dominate, punish, or destroy. It's often driven by anger, fear, or pride rather than wisdom or love. Attacks are emotional. The goal is to not be emotional. The goal is to be stoic when it comes to protection. Attacking is when you're emotional. Okay, you're not going to move wisely. Okay, protection only if necessary. Absolutely. Attack only if necessary. It has to be imminent danger. Imminent danger before you're putting your life on the line. Because when you do that, you're risking your family also. Right? If it's over, it's over. You're right. So attacking is emotional. Okay, it reacts impulsively, escalating situations rather than resolving them. The moment you go to attack, you are going to escalate the situation. You may be saying I'm going to dissolve it, but obviously you're going to attack them. That is to escalate the situation. So remember this: a fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds back. That's in Proverbs. A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds back. Attacking is disruptive. It's destructive. While protection builds safety, attacking tears things apart, often making situations worse. It's not wise, family. Again, only imminent danger should require this. Okay, somebody passed you and your lady in line, let him have a spot. Don't beat his ass, sir. Okay, get her home safely. And ladies, if you got a guy who crashing out like that just to prove himself to you, this man does not know his value. He's willing to risk his whole freedom in life and yours just to prove to you he ain't scared. That man is dangerous. Okay? That's a weak man. Okay? This ain't show and tell. Attacking is self-serving. Brings me to my next point. This man acting out, you may think it's in serving you, but no, he's serving himself. He's actually putting you in danger by crashing out like that. Okay. It often comes to from a place of pride when men crash out like that, seeking to assert dominance rather than protect the vulnerable. I'm here to protect my family. Stand behind me, family. I'm gonna get them to safety. I don't have no problem with you, sir. Back away from me and my family. It's not what's up. It's up and it's stuck. Put your hands up, right in front of my family. I'm gonna show my family how it goes down. Come on now. I'm chosen. Said I was with a man that was drunk every time we went out to be social, shaking my head. I was the one watching our backs. See, that's a dangerous position to be in. I saw a video where a guy and his lady was walking towards their house and a robber came and the guy took off running and left her. She ended up pow-powing the guy and she slapped the man when he ran back over there too, and she should have. It's like, you ran off and left her, bro. If I'm her, I'm breaking up over that. It's over. That's worse than cheating. You run off and leave me in the heat of danger. That's worse than cheating on me if I'm a woman. Ladies, let me know. Which one worse? Cheating is bad, don't get me wrong. But if he run off and leave you standing there, when somebody trying to rob you, he just take off and leave you because he's faster than you? Is that worse than cheating? It's got to be. So I want way better for my daughter. And I've shared that. I've shared that with her, that I want her to never repeat my life. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Ladies don't want protection. They want their lick back. Hey, often that is true. And that's why men can't allow themselves to be weaponized. Okay, we have to think about our moves before we make them. And I'm going to give you guys a really good protocol to where we can protect our women, but at the same time, protect ourselves. Okay, we don't ever want to be weaponized. We do want women to be safe, but not at the cost of our lives and freedom, family. Okay, yeah, they'll find a man to get revenge for them. The toxic woman will. And so that's why we have to guard our minds, right? So a lion may defend its pride, but a rabid dog attacks out of fear and instability. Does that make sense? So protection benefits the person being safeguarded. It creates peace, stability, and safety. Attacking often benefits the ego of the person attacking. It may feel powerful in the moment, but it leaves destruction in its wake. Family, true protection is sacred. It's a sacred act. It's guided by wisdom, humility, and love. That's whether you're protecting your child, your spouse, or your family member. That protection is not about aggression. It's about creating sanctuary and peace. We should build our homes and relationships with the tools of protection, not weapons of attacking. That being said, we're gonna tap in. So what does protection look like, family? So we're gonna talk about a topic that really just hit me just a few moments ago. I want to just sit with the people and have this conversation just as a community. What does protecting a family, what does protection for a man in general look like? Not just protecting a family, but you got siblings, you got all these different things, family members and friends and all that. What does protection look like? I really think this is going to be an eye-opening topic. Sometimes you just have to talk about the issues and discuss the logic in them, and then we can put the pieces back together again, okay? A man's protection, what does it truly mean to be a protector? Not just in physical terms, but emotionally, spiritually, and practically, okay? From a father safeguarding his child to a husband protecting his wife, and even a brother standing up for his sister or brothers. Protection has layers. But before we dive into the dynamics, let's set the foundation of what protection truly means. I say protection requires wisdom first and foremost, not strength. Okay. So wisdom over strength. Okay. Because if you're not wise about the strength you possess, you'll destroy yourself and everyone around you with that strength. Okay. Put a gun in a man's hand who's afraid to fight. Prime example. Okay. Les Steen says, I was out with my dude once and he got more inebriated than expected. He was so disappointed in himself and does not drink while we're out anymore. I felt that was being dramatic, but listening to you now, I see why he made that choice. Absolutely. You got a good man there. And man wised up and said, man, if something would have happened, I wouldn't have been able to even protect you. I can't allow myself to be like that. That's crazy. And if you as his wife sees him getting that way, go ahead and say, I think we should go. We can drink and have fun at home, baby. I don't want you out like this. I don't want somebody taking advantage of you or us while you're in this predicament. Think for him too, because believe it or not, we have to protect each other. Okay, so you letting him know, hey, babe, I think it's best to go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go take it home. You might not even say it that way. You might just tell him, hey, babe, I'm ready to get up out of here and love on you. Something like that, and get him on up out of there, because it's just safer that way. Y'all work together, man. I'm telling you. You want to live a long time, family. All right. Read the room. And says, they're safe. They're safe. If I am there, I'll be beneficial in most incidents. Occur. Ty Book said, yes, protection is helping you walk away. Indeed. And it don't often look like what you think it looks like. That man comes to calm you down. You're like, you're supposed to be over here crashing out. No, I'm here to calm you down. I'm not here to crash out for you. No, I'm not your pit bull. No. Stop thinking that equals love. Okay, I'm not here to tear things up for you, to do what you can't. Wisdom first and foremost, then strength. So we're going to start with what protection looks like as a father. I think that's the ultimate goal of man, to father his own family. So what does protection look like as a father? There's a scripture that says, train up a child in the way that he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. So I believe wisdom over strength. So I believe the protection of a father is to train up his children first and foremost. Our duty in protecting our children, especially when they're too young, our duty is to protect our children, especially when they're too young to protect themselves. But a father shields you from harm. But more importantly, he prepares you for the world that won't always be kind. So I'm not protecting you by just jumping in front of you. I'm protecting you by strengthening your body and teaching you what to do with that strength. Okay? I don't want you to be running around trying to display that strength in a bully way. I want you to have that strength in case you need it. Okay? Like they say, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You understand? So don't just have your children out here unable to protect themselves. Okay? Teach them wisdom first and foremost, but then teach them to build their bodies as well. I think it was the prophet Muhammad who said, the best of you are those who are best to their families. And to me, that always resonated with me. The best of you are always the best to your families. Always those who are best to your families. And I like that. If a man focuses on his family, he is a world changer. And that's just a fact. That's the only thing you truly have power over to control is your family. You cannot control the world. So take all of that you have and teach it to your family so that can be passed down to your legacies. Of course, we want to change the world and try. You can definitely try. I write books. I do teachings. But my true ministry is my family. Does that make sense, family? So your protection goes beyond your physical presence. It's in teaching your children how to recognize danger, how to trust wisely, and how to build character so that they can protect themselves one day. Okay. I just left my girl after telling her that constantly. She was fighting the world while I wasn't around. Indeed. I turned my husband away from confrontations and not encouraged him. Absolutely. That's the way you protect him. Kind of like the Hulk had, I'll forget her name on the Hulk, but she always would calm him down. So in a sense, she was his strength. When Hulk was his strongest, he was his weakest, meaning Bruce Banner could not control the Hulk. When Bruce Banner was the weakest, he was at his strongest, meaning he could control the Hulk. So she was there to actually make him strong again so he could get rid of the beast. We are at our strongest when we're calm, man, not when we're crashing out. All right. My shorty kept fighting at her complex and in public. She fought someone while visiting her sister at the job. And women have to be very careful too, because they can be dangerous. Them Starting things and fighting in front of us can trigger that whole damsel in distress protector. We're going to make sure you're safe. And in that way, they can also be a detriment to us. So don't have a woman, men, who lashes out, who's quick to violence, especially in public. Do not do what? Period. I don't even want to say especially in public, but period. Okay, she was defending her sister. Understandable. I told her what you were thinking, fighting at your sister's job, having them call the police. And you already getting into it. Okay, peace to you, Harmony Speaks. Welcome in, Mav Deuce. Welcome in, Didi Brockington, Colleen Juna. Welcome in. All right, so let's get back to it. Where was I? Imagine a bird, right? Guarding its nest. The mother bird, of course, in nature. It doesn't just hover. She teaches the chicks how to fly. She teaches them how to hunt. Likewise, we as men have to guide our children and guard our children the same way by equipping them, not just by hovering over them, but by giving them the tools to navigate this world, the tools to hunt and protect themselves. A better analogy is think of a lion. When a lion is wrestling around with his young cub, he's training him to fight. He's training him to protect himself. When he encourages that young cub to go at that lizard or that butterfly, he's teaching them to hunt. He's making them agile. You have to start small. All in all, the goal is that his pride be strong, because the goal is to hunt and survive. It would do the lion no good to not train you. It would do the lion no good to not work with you. Now, how often do we just go to work and leave our children at home and they're not learning what we are learning? Okay? Even the animal knows better than this. So I think there should be a protocol to protection, right? First and foremost, for fathers, we must always know what's happening around our children and in their environment. We have to take heed. Too often we go to work and we leave all of that to the mother, okay? Nurturing is one side of it, but it's very important that we understand our child's environments, know who their teachers are, who their coaches are. Too much of that is left solely up to the parents. We get it. You cannot make every game. You cannot make every meeting, but it is very important that you know who these people are and that they know who you are, so that they know you're present. Your presence alone and knowing that you're there alone in your child's life can deter many predators. Please understand this. Predators out here prey on broken homes, children without parents, children without safety. Make sure they know you're there. Make sure people know that you are there. Okay? So know your child's environment. 2, teach them boundaries and how to identify safe people. Your children are not always going to be strong enough to protect themselves, and sometimes you can't always be around them, right? So you have to teach them how to see the signs of danger, how to recognize when people can't be trusted, how to recognize things people say when they shouldn't be trusted, how to stick with people that you do trust so you don't have to worry about that alone, what to do when you don't feel safe, who to talk to. As a family, your children should be able to know this off of being prompted. Someone should be able to ask your child, if you find yourself in a dangerous place, you're scared, you don't have your mom and dad around, what do you do? They should know. You be their first line of defense, but also show them how to seek help when you're not there. We can't be everywhere at the same time. Most of the time, this harsh stuff happens to us. So our children, we are not around, especially us men. We're not around. So here's what protection as a husband looks like, okay? Well, before I go there, I want to talk about lines of defense, okay? If your children are in imminent danger, protect them with your life. That's your duty. Protect them with your life. If your children have been hurt, call the authorities. Do not be vigilante. That's not protection. That is attacking. Regardless of how you feel, do not leave your child's side. What good are you to your child if you're gone? Either if you go take a life or lose your own. If you take a life, you lose your freedom likely. Stay with your child. Give them the comfort that they need. Tend to their wounds. Let the police do their job. Seriously, guys, do not be a vigilante. It's very important that you're there for your child if they are hurt. Don't crash out. You'll want to, but it's not smart. It's not wise. And again, if you don't have wisdom, but you only have strength, your life and freedom is gone at the same time your child is harmed. Meaning you're locked away or in a casket and nobody's here now to protect your child. Go about this the right way. If your child is in imminent danger, put your life on the line. That's your duty. Of course, that's a worst case scenario, putting your life on the line. But what I mean is it's up to you. You're first priority. You're first up, first line of defense. Okay. Anything else, call the authorities. Does that make sense? Peace to you, sis. That's my kid, sis. Give her a like. Go give her a subscribe, y'all. So we're talking about what protection looks like as a man. Let's move on to a husband. What protection looks like as a husband. Scripture says, husband, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Now, to me, that's a parable, okay? But a husband's role as a protector is absolutely sacred. It's his divine duty. It's something that he absolutely takes pride in. So I believe just as men would encourage their wives to work out, have a healthy to intermediate diet to where she keeps up her looks, maintains her beauty, he should have a workout regimen to maintain his body. This is your duty to your wife. How you lazy, getting more out of shape, and your duty is to protect. I always hear men say, baby, stay beautiful for me. But women don't be doing the flip on them. Stay strong for me. Stay strong for me. I need you. I can't have you dying early on me and leaving me behind. I mean, I want the inheritance, but I'd rather spend it with you. I'd rather spend my life with you, right? Toya just say my name. Shout out to Toya, Miss Foster's Family Values. All right, work on your bodies, man. Make sure you stand in shape, tip top, so you can be like Liam Neeson, man. You don't want nobody messing with your family. You want them to be like, hey, I got a set of skills, okay? But a husband role as a protector is absolutely sacred. It's not just about standing between her and danger. It's about creating an environment where she feels secure in every way, okay? So if you cannot be a protector if she has to worry about your strength, okay? So if you are running the house using a iron fist, she's scared of you too. You're not a protector, you're a bully. Does that make sense? She should feel absolutely safe in your presence. Your love should be gentle, not boisterous, not hard. Okay? It takes a strong man to be gentle. I'm telling you, it truly does. It's the little things, y'all. Listening to her fears, making decisions that safeguard her well-being, and being her safe place. No. I'm just teaching. I'm just teaching. I promise you. I'm strictly talking about the interaction of a man with his wife. No need in bullying her around when you can be gentle. A man should lead by request and by example, not by invoking fear and yelling. You understand? When a man is free from attachment, fear, and anger, he is steady in wisdom. That's the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that is the Hinduism book that's 3,000 years older than the Bible. Okay. When a man is free from attachments, fear, and anger, he is steady in wisdom. So, husband's protection isn't about being reckless or overreactive. It's about staying steady, present, and wise. They call it being stoic. Don't let anybody trick you off your square, right? So here's the practical protection steps for husbands, okay? Establish clear communication with your wife about safety and boundaries. Example, my wives know I'm going to open the door for them, and they know that that's a sign of me protecting them, okay? I'm putting them in the car first, so just in case anything goes down, I'm outside of the car to protect them, and they can lock the doors, and I'll cover it, right? So in doing so, when I get them out of the car, the first thing they do is go and grab my arm. They get close to me. This lets anybody around them know that they're with me to allow me to continue my protection. They don't walk off ahead of me and leave me standing there having to keep up with them. They make sure they stay by my side. Okay? So I can actually protect them. Ladies, if your man's opening the door for you, take his hand immediately. Get close to him immediately. Show him you're grateful for that. He just put his life on the line. I know you didn't see it happen, but if it were to happen, he was putting himself first up. That was him showing you that he cares about you. He doesn't just do that because it's just tradition, okay? There's a reason that these traditions they exist, okay? So again, establish clear communication with your wife about safety and boundaries. I tell my wives, if we're ever out and somebody starts attacking us, and if I take it, say it's 3 guys, I jump in front of these 3 guys, I start to fighting those guys. Don't stay and help me fight. Run. Take off running fast as you can and scream help. Run fast as you can, create as much noise as you can, and scream for help. Go get the car. I'll meet you a couple blocks over. I'll call you. I'll fight these guys off. I'll get away from them as soon as I can. I'll meet you a couple blocks over. But if something happens to me, you're already gone. You're in the car. But if something happens to me and you're standing here with me, what's the point of me standing here, y'all, and fighting? How do you keep all these verses in your head, Kevin? I can hardly hold a thought in the moment. When you spend your life in it, it just becomes a part of you. I don't even know if it's in my head. It's in my being. What other platforms am I streaming on? YouTube, Nebe. Come on over. Subscribe while you're at it. Kevin Wesley, The Truth Factory. So establish clear communication. You got to do that, right? What do we do in times of crisis? Take off, run without me, get to the car. I'll call you. You call the police. Scream for help while you're running. Call the police as soon as you can get away. As soon as you get out of eyesight, right? Does that make sense? This would make the fighters, the people who are trying to hurt me, want to get away because they heard you screaming for help. You're at a distance. They have to catch up to you. So what they look like chasing women down the street, right? So I'm going to throw a couple left, right, lefts, and I'm going to run. I'm going to take off. I'm going to get away. All right? It's funny to me. And was just talking about this, and I said I would stay and fight. You better not stay and fight. You get why you should run to the car, right? What you going to do? What are you about to do now? If you fight better than him, you don't need him. That's funny, yo. You and your sister jump him. If you can't beat him, you don't need him. If you can't beat both of y'all, that's what giraffes do. Giraffes, let's look this up, yo. Female giraffes, the man has to beat them in a duel before they will mate with them, before they give it up. If you can't whoop me, you can't have it. What I look like if you protecting me and my kid, and you can't beat my ass. That's savage, ain't it? Imagine the dude wanting to holler at you. He comes with his guard up. What's up? What's up? Square up, square up. You're like, oh shit! I got a man. I got a man. I got a man. Damn, chill. I got a man. Oh, okay. You lucky motherfucker. I'm about to whoop your ass. It's something to be cute. Everybody want the hands. Everybody want these hands, yo. It's something to be cute, boy. You might well just take an ass whooping early, because imagine you can fight. Imagine you Layla Ali out this month. We're gonna whoop everybody's ass. And then why you single? Because I can fight. She must have fought her ass off. That's nasty work, yo. But that's the display of his strength. It's raw, it's savage, but that is nature displaying that, hey, I can protect you because, hey, I can squab up with you. Just imagine he whooped your ass. Damn. Okay, well, you be my husband. Damn. What? Oh, shit, baby. Damn. Ooh, you my boot thing. I ain't never been hit like that. That's crazy, yo. All right, bet. We let's move on. That's Giraffes for you. All right, so make sure they understand the program, okay? And in moments of crisis, be calm, be decisive because you've practiced this. If you get all crazy, man, you don't know if you coming or going. Your ladies ain't gonna do nothing but more of the same thing. It's you who got to calm them down. One time, Jamie and I, now this was with no plan at all, okay? We had no plan. You know, you think natural instincts would kick in and you wouldn't have to plan the simplest of things out. Well, we were young, okay? Really just started dealing with each other. We was walking. We had no whip. We were walking. We walking through the parking lot of a store, a grocery store. And all of a sudden, y'all, we hear what appeared to be gunshots. Pow, pow, pow. I take off running. I look back. Jamie's just standing still, straight up. She ain't even duck, y'all. She might have got an inch taller. I stopped in all the gunfire and made my way back to her. I'm ducking. I'm ducking, getting back to her. Jamie! She looking at me like just still, like looking at me. I get all the way back to her, grab her arm. Girl, come on. Everything slowed down. I grab her arm. Shit speed back up. Come on. It was just fireworks. But that showed me we got to have a plan, man. We can't be stuck like this again. We were somebody's entertainment that day. You understand? Peace to you, Queen Fee. Welcome in. We're talking about a man's protection. We were somebody's entertainment that day. You know why? Jamie's natural instincts is not to flee, y'all. It's to stand still like a board. Do you know how targets look at the end of the range, how they standing? They made that model pose after how she stood that day. Like that's literally like that. It's hard to hit that type of target, though. I ain't gonna front. For some reason, you just stand still. Whatever. But we should have had a plan. You understand? If the more you plan things out, the more you create natural pathways in the brain to be more responsive to the moment. It's just something you should plan out because you don't want that one-time moment to separate you and your family, right? You over here, she over there in the crowd because she stood still. You took off running. And if we'd been in a crowd of people, I'd have had to been fighting through the damn Simba Mufasa damn stampede just to get to her. It was lucky we was in a parking lot with it was full of people, but it was just cars. She didn't even duck behind a car, y'all. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I know better now.
All right. She know better now. Lacey in the building. Welcome in, Queen Lacey. We're talking about our husband's protection. So we plan now. We understand how to respond in chaos, right? In crisis. The next one is you got to remember your role. Don't be a warrior in every fight. Be a wise leader who knows when to seek help. Okay? I didn't go back home, get my strap, and chase down those guys. Okay? I ain't got to be a warrior. I didn't run and jump on the back of their pickup truck and beat them up either. You understand? I was mad, but we were safe. You understand? I did run off and leave her, but I came back. You understand? It was. I didn't run off and leave her. She's supposed to be running with me. So if she says I ran off and left her, no, she stood there and left me. And that's crazy. That's nasty work. Because what would have happened is, you know, when a dog get after you, the one who stands still, The dog don't really chase them. They chase you. So I think she was leaving me hanging. Okay, let's move on. Who first up for protection? How does that look? Men, imminent danger. Again, this doesn't change. In imminent danger, put your life on the line as a last resort, hopefully. Last resort, hopefully, because it shouldn't be your life on the line. But if need be, we will protect our families with our lives. Okay? It doesn't sound reasonable in the natural world, but in this world, hopefully we got insurances and things like that to protect the roof over our head, right? Make sure that they have resources in your wake, right? But in imminent danger, are you going to put yourself as the first line of defense? But let's just say she calls you. You're at work. She's at home. She hears someone in the home. Why hasn't she called the police first? The police would be the first line of defense, guys. You're not in the home. They can get there faster than you. They got lights. They can shut down street lights. They can run through them, right? You can't. Your wife should know to call the police first. Does that make sense? Let's say you come home to your wife and someone was just in the home. They take off out the door, at the back door when you come in, right? Now, this is an honest moment. She ain't tripping around. She better not be, right? And if she is, that's more of a reason not to chase this dude out the back door. But what do? He runs out the back door. He's gone. Do you chase him down or do you call the police? Remember, in imminent danger is the only time you should be putting your life on the line. The goal is to protect your family, protect what's valuable to you so you guys live to see another day. All right? Let's move on to protection as a brother. What does that look like? All right? Am I my brother's keeper? Genesis 4:9. As brothers, your role is unique. You are a protector, but with boundaries. Okay? When your brother or sister is married, you must honor her husband's role while still being a source of strength for her. Okay? Buddha said, a family is a place where minds come in contact with one another. Our protection should come from pride. Shouldn't come from pride or anger, but from a place of care and respect. Okay? So as brothers, protecting our brothers and sisters, and most likely sisters, right? Your brother should be a protector in and of himself. Only in certain situations do you need to come to your brother's rescue, right? Most of those are not going to be violent situations in a one-on-one. You know what I mean? So he's probably not calling you. But like I protected my brother with his reputation, or if there's more than one person, I'm going to always be there. You understand? That's my duty. It's not ego. It's not like, what's up then, nigga? No, it's just like, that's my duty. I'm there. I ain't even mad at you, but I got to beat your ass. That's what I have to do. That's my duty. Okay? But let's just say for your sister, if your sister faces danger, advise her to seek help. This is if it's from a husband. If she's in danger from her husband, you advise her to seek authorities first, as you are not there in the moment to protect her. Okay, it's only in imminent danger are you to intervene in this way. If it happens in front of you, you protect your sister. But as a brother, you must remember you have a family that you must protect. So your first priority is the family you have created. Please understand that. That's your first priority. But you're always a brother. You always have a debt to your parents, which is you are your brother or sister's keeper. But what does protection look like? It doesn't look like attacking. It looks like protecting. Okay? Authorities first. Be a voice of reason and not aggression. Don't escalate the situation. Try and resolve the situation. That is her husband. That is her family. There are certain boundaries you cannot cross in that regard. And you always prioritize her safety above your pride and emotions. If you know being reactive with a husband in that way could make life just worse for your sister, don't react in that way. You have to handle things in the best way possible so that she remains safe. Does that make sense? Let's continue. Why is it important that I keep saying call the authorities? I know in black culture, it's like, nah, bro, I'm on that. Right? But we got to talk about something crucial, okay? In moments of imminent danger, the first call should often be to the authorities. In many cultures, especially black communities, we condition to handle it ourselves, becoming vigilantes and often casualties. And while that instinct comes from a place of love, it can most definitely backfire. And it will backfire more times than not because we live in a world where laws exist. We don't live in a natural world where we can just go protect our families the way we see fit. There are laws around it. So if someone comes to your home, hurts your family, and then you go off after them, you're going to end up going to jail probably. Does that make any sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So here's why involving authorities matter. All right. They trained to de-escalate dangerous situations. They don't have to deal with the blowback of consequences from that situation. They're hired to do the job, right? They have a badge. Acting on impulse can lead to legal actions for you in greater harm. If they make a mistake, it ain't on you. Okay. You get both. You get what you want, but you have to be calm. You just don't get what you want at your own hands. And if the goal is to protect your family, don't use this moment to ruin it. Okay. Protecting your family sometimes means stepping back and letting professionals handle it. And that's what it looks like most of the time, family. Well, most of the time, it looks like you in front of protection by training your children up, teaching your wives a plan, making sure that you are equipped when you go out with your wives, making that you make a wife or wives, make a family, make sure that you are sober in your right mind, you paying attention to your surroundings, because all it takes is one time. Okay. And it's the Quran. The Quran says, I think it's the Surah 4 and 135. It says, justice is not achieved by emotions, but by wisdom and law. Often we get in our emotions and we believe acting on those emotions brings us justice. It only brings us more chaos. There's a principle that talks about disturbing the water, is that you cannot touch the water without having an impact on it, on the ripples of it, and then having an impact on you. You getting wet, thus and so forth. If I slap water, water responds with the same intensity that I smack it with, right? But if I lay my hand on water, my hand will, without resistance, go through the water, right? And this is how water responds. So do not disturb the water. There are ripples in our choices in every decision made. So I always like that. I would call it a proverb or surah from the Quran. Justice is not achieved by emotions, but by wisdom and law. Use wisdom. Understand law. Okay. And law, I would say that is more like your moral code, your philosophy. Okay. And finally, we must remember that a vigilante of justice often creates more harm than good. Our goal as protectors is to ensure safety, not escalate violence. Make sure you're protecting your spouse. Make sure at all costs. It's very, very important. So you always want to assess the situation. And if there's immediate danger and no protector is present, call the police first. Life is precious, and hesitation can cost someone their safety. And that's if no protector is present, family. Call the police first. Tell your family, if I'm not here, call the police first. Tell your children, if daddy's not home, call the police first. That's even if mama's in the back room, call the police first. Someone's following you home, get in the house, lock the door, call the police while you're running back home back to the door with mama. Don't run back there. Mommy, wake up. Mommy. Call the police first. Run back there to mommy. Mommy can de-escalate the situation once she checks it out with that phone already in her hand. Does that make sense? This is if you have the phone as a child. If you don't, you got to run to your mama. Okay. And I can't stress this enough. De-escalate and protect without escalation. Try and calm everybody down. Understand the situation. Even if your wife is who brings it to you. This man has said something to me. He made me feel uncomfortable. What's going on? What happened? Get behind me, baby. Sir, what's the problem? Don't just, what do you do? And then just run over there. That man could be packing, and she could have ran you right up into your last moments, man. If she can stand behind you and he's willing to walk away, walk away. And if she feels like she was violated to that degree, you can call the police. If he's approaching still, you got to do what you got to do as a man. And you guys may say, nah, if my wife run to me, I'm about to lose it. You would want to. You would want to, but it could be a setup. He could have a group of guys sitting over there waiting for you to react. He could already have his loaded on his hip. Setups do happen. Don't let them trick you off the streets, man. I'm telling you. This is why you teach preventative measures. Have family meetings to discuss safety protocols. And I'm serious, guys, do this. Far too many times our children are left out to dry. And this is why some of the most harshest, heinous acts can happen to them. Okay? These protocols are absolutely crucial. So teach your loved ones how to recognize the red flags and respond to threats before they escalate. True protection comes from a place of wisdom and love, not fear and anger. It's about creating an environment where those who care, who you care for, feel safe, and that's the key. Sharon says, "Stay focused." Amen. I say to you. Amen means I agree, family. Ashe means I give all the energy in the universe in support of what you just said. Ashe. I give all the energy in the universe in support of what you just said. Powerful, powerful statement. I love that word, Ashe. A-S-E. If you ever see people typing that word, that's why they say that. You said something that they agree with. Yep, absolutely, Queen's Quarter. They say, Ashe. I give all the energy in the universe in support of you and what you just said or what you just said. Okay? So if you just tell a brother or sister, Ashe, you're saying, I give all the energy of the universe in support of you. If someone says something that you know is power, you know is harmonic, you know it's righteous, you know it's ma'at, you say, Ashe. 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 Last, I want to say, fathers, your children should look to you for security and wisdom. And wisdom. Not just when they have a problem, run to you to fix it, pay the bill, do this or that, but for wisdom too, advice. Your child should honor your advice. This means you've done your job. This means that if you are an adult and your children still come to you for advice, you have done your job. Seriously, guys. This is a way that you are able to protect them for life because they still come to you for advice. Some of our children, we can't even tell them shit. They think they know it all. Most of the time, that's on us. We haven't built that relationship with them, and now we want to tell them. We want to tell them something, and now it's too late. I would say for fathers, like I said, your children should look on you with security and wisdom. To husbands, your wives need your steadiness and love. Your protection looks like discipline, consistency. Like I said, listening, hearing her out, valuing her emotions, her opinions. Don't let her run you and manipulate you with her emotions, but value her emotions. Okay? Don't just call her a nag because she's telling you she has an issue. Listen to the issue. Truly, truly, it'll make her feel safe, truly safe. Protection ain't just when harm is coming her way. All right, you want her to feel safe enough to tell you things that are near and dear to her, family, straight up. And for brothers, your sisters need your care, not your pride. Make sure that you always try and speak life into your sister, her relationships. Make sure you try to offer guidance in those relationships. Try not to be judgmental and quick to respond. Relationships can be very challenging. We know this because we have one ourselves. And brothers and siblings and fathers and stuff running into relationships when you're probably going to fix things anyway can often make it worse. So we should always try and give our siblings, our sisters, our brothers an opportunity to work their family out. Okay, unless they are in imminent danger, we have to step in. But ultimately, we are protected. We all are protectors in some way. But remember, the greatest protection comes from understanding that we are part of each other's legacy. We're very important to each other, and we have to work together to make sure that we're all safe. If I don't see it and my wives see it, I want them to tell me. If I don't see it and my children see it, I want them to say, Daddy, I think we need to get up out of here. We all got to work together. I'm first up for these things. But if I do this right, my whole family is organized and we're all focused. And none of us are drunk to the point of not being able to know what's going on when we're out in public. None of that. Nobody's doing that because we all need each other. If you're drunk, how can I really help you? You can't run off a screen for help now, right? You're probably not going to be much use to me if I get in an altercation and you come and talk me down. You're going to be over there, baby, can you stop sports? Come here. What happened? What? Did you change shirts? What the fuck? Will you sit down? You're embarrassing me. So listen, men, if you have a family, ladies, if you're a single parent, I challenge you to create a safety protocol for your loved ones and discuss it openly and practice it and ensure that everyone knows their role. As protectors, let's lead with love, wisdom, and peace. All it takes is one time for someone to take advantage of the chink in our armor, the things that we're not taking advantage of. These predators often are watching, waiting for a moment for you to slip, to take advantage of your ignorance, your child's ignorance, your blind spots. Stay vigilant because it's a cruel world. Sex trafficking is an all-time high. And I would say this too, protecting your child, it really looks like preparing them for romantic relationships, family. I just saw a video where this guy, you're very welcome home when he speaks. This guy, he showed up at his girlfriend's house. Her mom and dad's inside, and they're telling him, hey, you need to go away. Go away. Go away now. And he didn't. They end up pow-powing, and he's in the parking lot, lifeless, unalived, because he tried to kick the door down to get to his girlfriend. So that boy should have had more development than that. That because somebody don't want to be with you, it may break your heart, but you can't control them. You can't kick in that door. You can't do that. She don't want to see you. And they told him that. They told him, guys, I'm going to try to show it to you. One second. I certainly hope I don't have to edit this out, and YouTube's okay with me doing this because it doesn't show any blood and gore or anything, but it is pretty graphic because you know what's happening. But let me see if I can. No, I saved it. Yo. No, I'm gonna check now. Oh, I saw that. I ain't worried about that person. Now, what she say? Peace to you, Maya. I don't know, but Troy, I'm sorry, let me hit you back. You know I'm on live. All right, baby. All right, so let me show y'all guys this video. Hopefully it's okay with Facebook and YouTube, but check this out. This is deep. Now, let me see something further before I do that. What the heck? Why do I do all of that? You want to show my business. All right, let's go. Check this out.
Stop it, Allie. Boys, in the house.
Young couple family, look. Probably still in high school.
I'm doing it. Wait. He's like, hey, he's coming back. Nope, I'm calling. James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
Laying there right there.
Okay, well, he's not moving. You're good.
Now, imagine this, family. Okay, imagine this. That's your son. Okay, he's had his heart broken. She doesn't want to see him. He wants to see her. And he's trying to get in somebody's house. And he's about to lose his life. Guys, romantic relationships are some of the scariest things for your children to be into, because breakups hurt regardless of what age you're at. And if they're immature, not developed enough for these types of relationships, they could really crash out and lose their lives. A lot of adults still fall harm to crashing out during emotional type of relationships, them ending and whatnot. And so we definitely got to make sure we prepare our children for emotional relationships, man, before romantic relationships. It's a scary world. People don't often act right. They don't often keep to their promises. They'll say they're going to be loyal. They often are not. You'll think it's going to last forever. It mostly does not go that way. And breakups and heartbreaks are inevitable. But if you as an adult or your child is not ready for that or prepared for that, that could be fatal. And I've seen women do it too. Unalive the person, attempt to, because a person doesn't want to be with them. That's crazy. I'm looking for another one too. I'm gonna show you this one more, and then we're gonna be out of here. Let me know if you guys are still there. If you saw that video, what you think of it and whatnot. I ain't seen any comments coming for the last couple seconds. I always been wondering if something's wrong when I see that. Here's one too. Yeah. Oh. He's just going about his business. She telling him, look.
Hey, what about everybody watching this video?
Yo. And guys, it's like you need to understand a lot of times what the world looks like for a woman, the dangers that they're in. We need it, man. Obviously, you see most of these dangers come from men. And so we got to be on our square to make sure we're protecting our women, our daughters, our sisters from this type of harm. It's all around us, family. And that right there was broad daylight. I thought that was wild. Absolutely wild. Was no, she wasn't topless. But he just walked over there and picked her up and man, wilding. See if I can find this last one. See if I can find overlap to it. All right, so check this last one out and we out of here. This one is a horrible example of a man. He's getting home. He's with his lady. A robber comes. He takes off running and leaves her. She handles business, and she should be dumping him after this. Check this out. Do it again. And obviously the caption says she should have kicked his pussy ass, but you know, I just look at it like you should definitely dump the guy. You should leave this man alone because that's crazy. He took off and left you. That's worse than cheating. So I'm gonna ask you guys. I don't know if that's a skit or not. It kind of looked like a skit, but either way, it's a good skit to show what it looks like when your man got a softer coochie than you ever could. Now I'm just playing. Ladies, is that worse than cheating? A man running off and leaving you like this, is that worse than cheating? Put a 1 in the chat if that's worse than cheating. Put a 2 in the chat if it's not worse than cheating. I think that's worse than cheating. He leave you right there like that, in danger like that. What do you feel about your man in that moment after that? You ain't never safe with this dude that he'll just leave your ass. I'd rather have to worry about trusting the motherfucker. Like, what he gonna do when he's around? Like, knowing he ain't got my back when he with me. I mean, I don't know what y'all think is more important. Maybe ladies would be like, I want his loyalty. I don't know. I mean, you should have both. But I'm just asking, is it worse than cheating? Okay, she just Sid just saying says she need him for 1. I don't know if that's answering it. 1 or 2, chat. Let me know before we get up out of here. Where everybody go? What y'all doing? You're not safe with him either way, but it's worse. I mean, you're right, Lacey. He is putting you in danger every time he step out on you. But he putting you in immediate danger, imminent danger. He left you just now. You just saw this man. This man could not care about you. His flight instinct is far greater than his instinct to protect you. That's crazy. I'm done with him. I need to protect her. I can't be harder than my man. Exactly. I can't be softer than my woman. You feel me? That's one of my quotes. He will not be softer than you. He will not be softer. Your man is not about to be softer than you now. If you masculine, he gonna be a little bit more masculine than her to you. She is the man. What does she need him for? And look, when women say that, it makes us feel so valueless. Like, what you mean? What you need me for? That's all I'm good for is a shield. But in that case, what you right? Well, what good are you if I'm out with you and I might as well be by myself? You would just take off running. I ain't safe with you. Terry Dow said 1. See, men know that's worse than cheating. One woman in the whole thing answered the question. It gave her 1. Nobody else answered. Y'all said, shit, he can run. He can be a punk. Just don't cheat on me, shit. All right. right. You got to run and a track star. All right, family. I'm going to imagine it's one. If not, y'all think on it. Get back to me. Andrea's perspective. You came in at the last minute. Peace to you. But I'm out, family. We had a nice little build. I'll catch y'all next time. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, or it's in that chaos that you find yourself. Peace.